Hey everyone, how's it going? Let's see, I got the wrong view up. There we go. So, we're back from Vegas. I hope everyone had a good time. Did anyone go? Or anyone in the stream yet? I know there aren't a lot of people on yet, but so I'm just gonna be going through some of the presentations. I unfortunately didn't get a chance to go see like a ton of the presentations, but there were a couple that I really wanted to see, specifically like this maladaptive one, which if you aren't familiar is uh, by Danny Buchanan, who's like the king of obfuscation. He's the one that wrote like Invoke Obfuscation and published a whole bunch of like papers that have kind of been the like basis of a lot of our obfuscation methodology within like the red teaming, like malware development uh, community. So I was just gonna take a look through this. If you're not familiar with what LDAP is, basically it's like how we manage all of our permissions within Active Directory. The other paper that I haven't had a chance to look at much is this NTLM one. If you're not familiar, NTLM is going away in a, I forget when's it going away by. NTLM yeah, let's see. So they've officially deprecated it. Let's see, when is it gonna like go away? But regardless, this is NTLM is like the cornerstone of how we've done a lot of our network abuse stuff in the past. So it's definitely going to be like, it's not quite as core as it used to be with all of the Active Directory exploitation stuff that we've started doing, but it is still like used a lot. Like NTLM hashes or how like pass the ticket and all those kinds of things work, or one of the reasons that they work. So it's going to be like a definite change in how we do things. Sorry, I just got a message. Oh, never mind. That was just Discord reposting our stuff. But not what I meant to click on. There we go. So hopefully people had a good time at Black Hat and DEFCON. It was definitely interesting. It was like the first time I didn't really go. I don't think actually I didn't go to a single talk this time. Which is we were super busy. We taught 2 classes at Black Hat. We taught. We then did an Arsenal talk. We then did a workshop at DEFCON, and then another demo labs talk. The workshop went super well. That's up on our GitHub. Let me show that up. I can't remember. I think I might need to post the updated slides, but yeah. So this was the workshop we taught. If you're on the stream, you've probably used Empire before, but this was like, we noticed that there's a lot of content at DEF CON for like advanced people, but there's not a lot of content for like beginners and like people like true beginners, not just like, oh, I've been doing like hack the box and I want to get into pen testing, red teaming, but I haven't been on an engagement. I mean, like someone that's heard the word C2, like command and control, but never used it before was like the thing we wanted to do to try and get make it a little more accessible to beginners. And so we taught that. It was a really good workshop. I think it was the first time like we didn't have a single student leave, which at a conference to get like 5+ hours when you factor in like people showing up and transiting and stuff of someone's time is like really awesome. So people definitely liked it, and I definitely check it out if you haven't. But so let's then the third one I had on here was just I was curious to see there's an industrial remote access solution hacking that they were going to look at. for getting to critical infrastructure. I wanted to see if this was an actual industrial control hacking talk, just because a lot of times, oh yeah, see, they're still running TCP/IP links, which a lot of infrastructure does run on TCP/IP, but a lot of them also move over to serial connections. So I wanted to see if they were doing any of the serial stuff. But attacking the remote gateway is pretty interesting if that's what they're doing. Yeah, so it looks like they're talking. Oh, I know these guys. I didn't realize they gave a talk. So these guys do a lot of do a lot of stuff. They're pretty interesting. So let's see, hardware to cloud. Oh, attestation. Yeah, so they're integrated with some of the government stuff, like for the DoD and stuff. That's so like, oh, it's attestation. Like it's a good thing to do, but a lot of this is being driven by the DoD because they want attestation of what's actually on the network. So let's see. So they did like a hardware breakdown. Oh, so they are doing it as a black box, which is interesting. A lot of these talks, when you go see them, end up not being as interesting as you'd hope because they don't. Basically, someone told them where the vulnerabilities were because they like had like a full white box and someone pointed them to it. But especially for industrial control stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, they won't post the videos until later, so we'll have to see. So it looks like, based on what they're showing, it looks like that there's supposed to be like input, some kind of input sanitization to the connection of the. Oh no, I see what they're doing. So when the VPN connects to the gateway, they're including a command after successful access to the gateway, so it automatically runs the. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. See. So it blocked it initially. So so the VPN blocked it, or well, gateway blocked it when they connected to it via VPN, and then they're bypassing it by adding. Yeah, basically it wouldn't let them run it. I'm guessing that it wouldn't let them run it because they didn't talk to it. So unfortunately, there's not as much information. That wouldn't let them run it as a command line, but if you add it to the VPN cert, then it works. Or you have to add it at the right point in the like this command might typically be up here or something, and it's blocked if you're not down here. They don't post the talks until like November typically though. Yeah, so they got a reverse shell, which is sweet. Huh. Yeah, let's see if they have. Oh, they don't have it. But let's see. Hey, how's it going? I just saw you posting. Did you get to go? Did you get to go to Black Hat or DEFCON? I can't remember if you said you were going or not. Before we went, that was like 3 weeks ago. So my brain is been fried since then. And then I guess I'll have a no. Yeah. Have you read anything? Like I was There are actually some really good talks this year. Last year, the year before, I didn't think I wasn't particularly impressed with the lineup of talks. But this year it looked like there were some really interesting ones. Like I know I didn't get to go to like the ATM hacking one, but I'm so bad with names. I'm trying to remember his name. But I met the guy at the Red Team Village party, and we talked about it for a while. And that one was like legit. Same with like the SMS phishing one. That was another legit talk. And then this one looks pretty legit. Like I said, I just wish there was more info in here. But let's go. I know the maladaptive guys did some stuff, or the Buchanan one. But I'm gonna go ahead and pour some whiskey since that's the other part of this, and I'm doing an RD1. Yeah. Oh, some of your friends presented. What did they present? Anything I should highlight on the stream? Driver check. Oh, let me pull it up real quick. Dude, the Alpine guys presented their C2? I didn't realize they presented it. I know they published it, and it looked cool, but I didn't know they presented it. There's a bunch of oh, he already has videos up. Nice. Does he have the talk? Let's just go DEFCON Day 2 Media Server. Huh, I can't find the talk. Did he present it at DEFCON or at Black Hat? He's got his videos up, so we can watch the video, but he also might have just not gotten them the like we did that on the workshop. I don't think our workshop's in there because we got to it too late. Oh, that's cool. Was this patched? CDFS read-only bypass and NT-object manager symlink hijack. That's pretty legit. Has he put a POC up on GitHub yet? Yeah, there we go. To rewrite pages, to overwrite their contents. Huh. Very cool. Yeah, no, this is cool. I mean, I have to read the white paper when I get a chance because I don't fully understand how it works, but it looks like a pretty cool paper. Like I get what it's doing, but I just like I get it on the top, like the very broad level, how it's working. But so you know if this is patched or not? Okay. Yeah, I'll have to come back to this. The other thing we're gonna do today is I really wanna. I think I showed you guys. Yeah, that I have this remote thread inject code that works in IronPython, but like it always crashes the parent process when you inject into it. So I really want to try. We're thinking that it might be something to do with the way they're changing bytes in IronPython 3 because we can't find a single Python loader right now or injector on the open source right now that actually works. All of them cause the parent process to crash. Like all of the projects on GitHub, like everything, Python or IronPython. So I'm thinking that maybe something changed in 2.7 to 3 that is causing like the buffer to be an unexpected size or something. So I was going to try installing IronPython 2.7 on a machine and running the code and seeing if it works with 2.7. Because all this code should be, theoretically, should be compatible with 3 or 2.7, so it should just be cut and paste. Yeah. And then what was so there were like a couple of C2s published last week. I know that Rasta Mouse published his C2 standard, which looks interesting. The only problem with it is that like all the I don't know that any of the existing C2s are going to convert to it because it's going to be so much work to rewrite it. Like we talked about it, I don't think we're going to rewrite Empire to it just because it would basically be an entire rewrite of the tool. So it definitely looks interesting for going forward though, and I totally agree with the concept that like we should have a C2 specification. But yeah. Yeah, so like this is like so I want to do this anyway. Like we don't currently do this in Empire. Like I think we're gonna potentially drop the RC4 encryption and just run with these public RSA keys, kind of like Sliver does with like MTLS and stuff. And like we do kind of run this first part up here. We do kind of run this way. But we run this part up top, but not this part. So yeah, so like this is, I mean, to be honest, this is how like most C2s are already, like it's not standardized across them, but this header part is how most C2s are running, where you have like a tasking type that you use, and then for the tasks, and then flags. Actually, we don't have any flags. We just have this first part, the tasking part. Oh. Yeah, see, and we definitely don't have this, like where he already has like all the codes defined. This is the part that's useful because right now, if you have to have to, if you try to convert between multiple C2s, like if you wanted to use like a Covenant agent with Empire or like a Cobalt Strike with Empire, or vice versa, all of the tasking codes are completely different and like non-standardized, so it's very difficult to convert the code. Not impossible, but it's a huge pain. And so if everyone was running off of this, it'd be really useful. But yeah, Havoc should be running the same. Hi, it's insane. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. But yeah, so I don't know if anyone's parsed through this, but like I like the concept. It's just going to be hard to get everyone that's already written their C2s to convert to it. And of course, I'm sure a bunch of people have seen the XKCD meme about it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, basically, to get this adopted, someone major, like if Cobalt Strike were to move to this, you might see the industry adopt it. Or if Sliver and Havoc, like if like both of them moved, or if Empire and Sliver, like you got 2 or 3 of the bigger open source C2s to also adopt it, like you might get enough momentum behind it. But unless those projects get teams that are going to help convert it, it's basically a rewrite of the tool. So it's a whole lot of work that's not adding a lot to, especially for anyone running open source as like a way of trying to get like their name out there. It's a whole lot of work that is going to be totally transparent to users. So no one's going to really appreciate that you just went and rewrote 10,000 lines of code and didn't change the functionality of it. So, but it would be cool if we could get teams together and get people start working on it. Like I would be all for moving Empire to it if we had like a team of people to help us. But and I don't know if Anthony's going to be able to join us today, but we'll see. No, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to join us. Someone asked if we're adding the Twitch streams to YouTube. It already automatically gets sent to YouTube. So, okay, let's go back. I'm kind of letting my ADD get the better of us and jumping between things. But did anyone have any like questions about like the C2 standard stuff? Since we had a couple people chime in about it. Oh, you would help? Ping me on Discord and AG. We can talk. I would, if we can get 3 or 4 people to help on it. I think it's doable. And it would definitely be like a cleaner methodology, along with some of the other rewrites we want to do. So we'll have to give Vincent, but I think he'd be convinced if we get 3 or 4 people to do it. But the Rasta Mouse definitely put like a lot of thought into this. It's not. It's definitely not like a half-baked concept. So. I'm curious why he specifically came up with a block DLL configuration standard, though. I don't know of many C2s that are actually have this like natively built into them. Like I don't think Sliver does, or Havoc for that matter. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see, the Sliver block C2. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. So it's interesting that he made this block. Yeah, same with the parent. Like the parent process ID one makes more sense to me, but I don't think a lot of C2s are like have like they may have a module that does this, but I don't know a lot of them that have it like as a capability agent by default. But definitely interesting. Oh, well, apparently Anthony's not on the stream, but he is listening to the stream because he's trolling me on our Discord. He's telling everyone to ask me to go write the Go implant. But yeah, this is definitely like. I also wonder how feasible this is for a lot of for any of the .NET C2s. Like, wow, this is more relevant to unmanaged code, but so if Anthony finishes his Go implant, we might be able to do this since he's apparently listening. Or maybe not. Maybe he just told everyone to do that anyway. But okay, let's go back to this maladaptive thing. Oh, they're still using Silk ETW. We use this in our obfuscation course for like this exact reason. Is it's a really good way for grabbing logs in a lab environment where you don't have like all of the full logging infrastructure. Silk ETW will let you grab like specific logs really easily. I haven't heard of this LDAP mon thing, but that one is. Yeah, then this makes sense. I'm assuming this acronym is what you see is what you get, saying that like you can kind of do whatever obfuscation here on the client side. So this appears to look like that the LDAP logs work pretty similar to how like PowerShell logs work. And this would be like your client side logs would be like your transcription logs that are going in from the client, and then your server side logs are your compiler, which does like a lot of normalization. So, and the server side is like the more reliable, like client side you don't worry that much about. Okay, so this is just all the file structures of how LDAP works. And LDAP, if you didn't know, LDAP is actually an open standard. It's not a Microsoft specific product. They're just the primary users of it. Or, well, actually, a lot of people use it. That's not fair to say Microsoft's the primary. Although, since Microsoft is the primary enterprise network, they probably are by volume the primary user. But okay. So this is just still all the search filters, like how you build out a packet. Actually, don't know the difference between these slides other than his Clippy. Okay, so now we're actually the obfuscation part. Okay. Okay, so casing doesn't matter apparently, which is very standard. Oh, this is fun. So, uh, there's obviously a lot more of them with an identifier this large, but like if you're ever doing like p invoke, and you want to try and obfuscate slightly, like the fact that you're like p invoking virtual allocate, like virtual alloc memory, or virtual alloc, you can use what are called ordinal numbers, which are like basically like the number within the DLL that's call, and call it that way. And like a lot of AVs won't detect that. So like this is like in kind of a similar concept. You're taking out the textual identifier and using just a numeric identifier instead that the machine still understands. Okay, so zeros don't matter. Yeah, so you can put in basically as many zeros as you want, it looks like. Huh. Yeah, this guy's wicked smart at doing this. Okay. So, yeah, more just it doesn't matter. Hmm. So they're just using wild cards and stuff to be like, well, we know that's gonna match, so we're just gonna add random wild card stuff to it. Uh, yeah, so this is just like fuzzy math. Like basically they know the answer, and so they're just doing it, but it makes it harder to identify what's going on. Yeah, so you know the exact numerical value, so you can do great. You can change the numerical value to greater or lesser. Yeah. So just add in comparisons that are the same, and you know the answers are not going to be correct. So I think these are just slides stepping through each step of the finding. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's pretty cool. Like it's very cool research because of it's like an area that no one's really done it in. But it looks like pretty standard obfuscation principles from the sense that it's like using outcomes we know the answer to, chained requests to filter from a large list to a smaller list, um, operators to create like double negatives, like ors that aren't actually ors, like all those kinds of things. Very cool. Yeah, I don't do a ton of LDAP stuff currently, but it's definitely interesting. I wonder how let's see if he talks about it at the end, because like now that people know about this, you should be able to like create like Yara rules and stuff that would detect like these nonsense requests. Oh, you can use hex inside. Okay, that's cool. That's actually really cool. That you can use hex within the requests. That's really cool. Okay, yeah, very cool. Let's go ahead and jump over to this coding and see what we can get going there. So I do need to go install Python 2.7 or IronPython 2.7. Okay. Let me just close. Make sure I don't have anything in here that I need to save. Nope, I don't need that. And actually, I don't need that either. Okay. So I'll show you guys what's going on currently, which is, see, I'm pretty sure I added IronPython to my path. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it before, this is just a very standard like create remote thread process injection. This is how you p-invoke within IronPython. These are just our enumerators for Python, and then all you do is you create your shellcode. You convert your shellcode to a CLR consumable equivalent. And this is still shellcode, so it's not like when CLR convert. I'm not converting it to CLR values. So, like we don't need the CLR loaded if we're not using CLR shellcode. It's just converting it to CLR consumable data types. So then you open the process. We do our virtual allocate to RWX, and then we write the process memory to write the bytes, and then we execute our thread. And if all goes well, we'll get proper code. So let me go make some. So we'll go ahead and grab this. 1 second, sorry. There you go. I'm just trying to remember which of my VMs actually work. Coming back at, I'm so glad to be home. I've been traveling for like 3 months straight, so Now that we finally got stuff working, it's really, or like I'm gonna be home for like a month and a half, or actually, it's not true. I'm home for like 3 weeks, and then I'm going on vacation for 3 days, but it's not too bad. So let's see. We need a Kali box, so we can go make some shellcode. So I don't know if anyone's had this RD1 whiskey yet, but it's really good. They're kind of like a newer one. I think they're making their own stuff. Let's see. Oh, never mind. It just says bottled by. They're not making their own stuff. They're sourcing it all. Never mind. I had nice things to say, but no, that wouldn't surprise. So I just said, would it surprise you if there's an EDR which gets confused if you use a very simple process injection in between each Windows API, you just add a delay? No, that doesn't surprise me at all. Because a lot of the EDRs are based like this is like one of the things that we spent a bunch of time talking about in our um in our evasion class is like two things. A, like simple stuff still works. Uh, Partly because of a thing that like we like to call like signature rotation or deprecation of like if you go back to some of the really old school stuff like a simple process injection, because so many people have moved away from it, including threat actors. The AVEDRs aren't collecting on it as much anymore. So like they're like, oh, this isn't a threat anymore. Eventually, and they drop it. Uh, and so like we had that happen where like right before VBAs were killed off by Microsoft, I couldn't get any of my old like VBA launchers to work anymore, and so I was just frustrated like testing at home, and I was like, I wonder if wscript.shell works, which is like the original way. It's the loudest. Like it's very very obvious that it's like malicious. And because everyone's moved away from it, like none of the AVs were detecting wscript.shell anymore. So you see, so that part of it, and then B, um, all of the individual steps of process and none of the individual steps of process injection, besides the virtual allocate step, which if you're using the RWX um, set for your protect virtual memory, so read write execute, a lot of EDRs will just flag on that like all the time because like there aren't many legitimate processes that use the RWX flag. But outside of that, all those individual steps um, are done by processes all the time. And so putting like a sleep step to break up the behavioral analysis of like, oh, they did this in this order doesn't surprise me that it works at all. Oh, you did use WScript, yeah. It's pretty wild, like because no one uses it anymore. Like you can get away with like simple things, and then but the other part that like we talked about in class is it's also not the end of the world to just set off an alert by the EDR. Like you don't want to set off a lot, but like a lot of SOCs they get individual alerts from machines all over the network. So like a single alert going to the like it's not like a video game, right? Just because one alert got triggered doesn't mean that it's game over. Um, so like it's also sometimes like we overstress about not triggering the EDR. As long as we don't get blocked, if the alerts generated by the EDR, then whatever. If it's a single one, SOC's probably not going to do anything. They're busy. Oh, I wonder if I'm an idiot. No, this format is not for C#. It's just the format to be consumable by C# and MSF Venom, right? My brain's just being funny. I mean, this isn't the actual shellcode it generates, right? That's funny. I forgot that I could do this. we got this new software. Anthony usually drives while I'm doing all the screen stuff, so that's pretty funny. But yeah, EDRs are not. They're really good nowadays, but they're not necessarily the end all be all. Still have humans in the loop. But yeah, the format. Let me double check that I'm not an idiot. Okay, yeah, it's just the output format. Okay, I was just making sure. Okay. Oh. Whoops. Oh, dang it, I did it again. I always forget to put the x64 in here. Okay. Dang it. Okay. So let's open Notepad. And now we just need another PowerShell window to get her. So I'm just confirming that it still crashes before we go down the rabbit hole. Oh, this 3320. Let's see. Yeah, so see, the shellcode executes, but the parent process crashes. And I don't understand why. And like every Python injector that I've found does that. Like, Okay, so we confirmed that that's happening. Let me install IronPython 2.7 now. And if this does work, we might have to start debugging to figure out, or not debugging, or well, debugging, but not debugging the code, but attach like WinDebug to the process and see what's going on. Wait, I already have it? Pretty sure I'm on 3.4. Oh, what's the Python command for version? I always forget. Yeah, okay, 3.4. Okay. Oh, I do have it. Cool. Okay. $22.60. Oh. Hold on, I got C-types code that should work instead. Oh wait, do I not have it in here? Okay, I thought I had it. Hold on, let me check on the put. Otherwise, I'll just get ChatGPT to write it for us real quick. No, I don't have it with C-types. Okay. We're just going to use ChatGPT because I'm lazy. So no, where's my code? Okay. So we're just going to give it to it and then tell it to do it in C types, or with C types. Okay, we don't need you to give us everything. Let's see if it does this right. Yep, that looks right. You shouldn't need to do this part, but it shouldn't hurt it. We'll find out in a second. Wow, this is way more robust than we needed it to be. But whatever. Okay. Okay. Dang it. Okay, we'll give ChatGPT one more try. Otherwise, I'm just going to do it by hand. I was trying not to bore you guys with writing like line by line code on stream. Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay. Why are you so slow? Let's go. So what else is everyone up to right now? Anyone got any interesting projects going on? Okay. Actually, don't know what's wrong with that one. That should work. Wait, or did it not finish generating? It might have died on us. Yeah. Never mind. That's why. Okay. Let's see, line 58. Okay, last try. Usually it's better than this. Otherwise, we're just going to do it by hand. I don't care. While you're doing that, I was going to try. Supposedly, you can't attach WinDebug to like the DOR processes, which is kind of weird. So I did want to try and test that, see what happens. Oh, do I not have WinDebug installed? That's weird. Come on, why does it keep quitting on us? Oh. So has anyone seen anything on the new CVE that came out about sorry, the new CV or okay, here. Let's see. I'm still getting it in the same. But there's that new CVE that just came out. This isn't working how I want to, and I. Okay. Where is my? We'll just repurpose my other code now. Hold on. Did I do? No. Hold on. Let me 1 second. I might have the other code on my laptop instead of here. I'll be right back. Give me 30 seconds. Also gotta turn my fan on because it's really hot in here. So let me see. Why is this not working? Nope. Well, that's unfortunate. I swear, oh, maybe it's in one of my VMs. I'm too disorganized for this sometimes. I swear I had one already written in C types, otherwise I'll just recreate it because it's not that hard. We just gotta get the shellcode in the right order or in the right format. ChatGPT is really good at type conversions, but it's kind of failing us right now. Oh, nice. That's what changes are you proposing, AV, to the spec? No, this is the same thing. Okay, we'll just do this by hand. Wait, here we go. I knew I had done this. Okay, here, this should work in our 2.7 code. I knew I had done it somewhere. Oh, really? Okay, well, we don't actually need enum. We can replace these. What C types would that be? Or where's desired access? We can just put it in there directly. I always forget just how much changed from 2.7 to 3x. That should be the only places we had those. Okay. That one I actually don't know how to fix. Oh, wrong thing. So it might just see types dot. Let's see if we can just name it C types dot handle. No. Get this ChatGPT should know how to do. Okay, that looks like it worked. So and this is win types, right? Oh, that's probably why. That should be win types. That's probably what we need to do to fix it. We'll also add it in. And win types to handle just to verify. There's no. Oh yeah, so GUI IDs are not everything. So Empire doesn't report back a GUI ID because you don't generate a GUI ID for PowerShell, and everything. All of the data handling, even though like PowerShell is not the same. So just like shit. So tracking GUI ID is not a bad idea, but the reason that Empire doesn't do it is that you don't generate a GUI ID in PowerShell. Like you can, like it's a thing you can generate, but you don't need one. And so because even though it's not like the main implant we use anymore, all the data handling is still like inherits its the way it was structured because it was originally written in PowerShell. So like we don't have none of the things really use GUI IDs. So so yeah, it's that's something we could change, but yeah, currently it does not because of legacy stuff. So okay, so that should fix it. Let's see if this will run now. Well, we didn't crash the process, so I guess that's a start. Maybe our process ID changed. Oh, yeah, 302096. Nope, still crashed. And we didn't get a calculator, but the process still crashed. Oh, we don't need to show that anymore. That might just be bad shellcode in there, though. Okay, hold on, let me grab, because we know this shellcode's good. $27,588. So does anyone notice that they've increased this to like 5 digits now? In like Windows 11, I know it's not that new, but I ran into like a tool the other day that actually can't use a process ID that's this big. So that's like interesting. But so sorry, total tangent because I missed this when I was trying to get this working. I saw that you said that someone was still affecting systems disabled by IPv6. So have you seen a POC for the CVE yet? Because I haven't been able to like. I was looking for like a publicly posted one that we could use on the stream, and I haven't seen a POC, a public POC yet. I know that like a lot of people I read about said like it didn't appear to be that hard, and they expected it to be exploited quickly, but I haven't seen any public POCs yet for it for the IPv6 or what was I guess it's maybe not IPv6. It's 27,588. WinDebug doesn't want to install. Okay, so yeah, I have no idea how to go about trying to troubleshoot this C-types injection stuff now. Let's see. So I think I've tested this one already. Yeah, see, so like this one only works with certain digits, it looks like. So how long ago was this written? Let's see. 5 years ago? Yeah, so I think something changed. Okay, so they're checking that. How are we supposed to input the shellcode though? Let's see. Where's the shellcode in here though? So where's shellcode defined? Oh, shellcode's up here. Okay. So here. Okay. Let's try this one. Just for fun. Let's see. Actually, just to make my life easier, we're just going to preserve both formats to make sure that we have them correct. Okay. So let's try this. I have zero faith that this is going to work. Notepad 18232. This might not work with. Huh. Oh, whoops. Copied the whole thing. That should be legal. Oh, it doesn't. I forgot. Formatted strings wasn't introduced until like 3.4.7, which I don't think I have installed on this computer. Which is like silly. I guess we could just try running this with Python instead of IronPython, but kind of may as well just try it with the. Have any more? No, that should work. Oh, whoops! I forgot to get rid of the. I know it's not spelled correctly, but whatever. Just try to get the code to run. Oh, I was trying to run it. Whoops. I was trying to run it as 2.7. That's why that wasn't working. Oh. Nope, looks like we crashed the process still. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone have any ideas on how we would actually get this to work? Anyone a shellcode injection expert? Oh, why we would like our shellcode still executes but the parent process dies? Yeah, I don't really know what the issue is here. I mean, I guess it's like you just can't do bad, like quote unquote bad TTPs in IronPython, but it doesn't make sense that there's no Python injection that works currently, and why it crashes the process. I don't get it. I could try one of like a QAPC or something, but like. Do I have WinDebug installed on this computer? Or on this VM, I mean. Oh, whatever. Oh yeah, WinDebug. Okay, where did I have WinDebug installed? I know it. Oh, it is on here. That's so weird. Why didn't it show up before? I am also not an expert at WinDebug on how we would allow the process injection into Notepad to see what the shellcode looks like. Not this. Yeah, so we had like, this was the CVE I was talking about though. I haven't been able to find any POCs for this. It'd be really fun if we did. But nothing's been posted yet. But I'm not surprised that there's an IPv6 issue in here. Yeah, so I was trying to see how they disassembled in the... Okay, so we want to set a breakpoint on... So we want to attach to our PowerShell process. So let's close this one. There should only be one. Okay. We only have 30 minutes left, so I'm gonna move on to my second one, which is like a light whiskey, which is interesting. I still don't know anything about it. I can't find. They have like all these bottles. All their bottles registered on a website, but this one doesn't match any of the ones they've registered. This is from Masterpick, but I still don't know what's going on with it. Okay, so we're gonna attach to the process. Okay, good. There's no PowerShell process now. Oh man, you guys get to see me struggle with the WinDebug now. Let's see. Can I give it? I think I can just set the breakpoint at the function name, right? Oh, I'm so bad at WinDebug. I apologize, everyone. Let's see. Yeah, no. Let's see. Okay, so WinDebug BP. Which function do we want? Create remote thread. Or no, we want kernel 32 create remote thread. No, wait, that's not right. Hey, where does this actually inject the shellcode? Oh, right, process memory. Okay. Yes, we did on that one. Try it. See what happens. Oh, whoops. Oh, what the heck? Okay, so that works. Okay. Okay. So they didn't get the handle, so it failed. 28,968. Oh, why didn't we? Okay, well that didn't work. This is why I suck at WinDebug. That was weird. Okay, does anyone know what the ntdll for command is for what ntdll hook create remote process uses? Oh, I didn't realize create remote thread used that many, but here, we'll just set a breakpoint on this. It should work. We should be guaranteed to call that. Okay, so we did get that. Shouldn't it have told me that the breakpoint was set? Or does it not give me, let's see, did it tell us? No, it said it. Okay, cool. Huh. That created a lot more remote threads than I expected under the hood. Okay, 8672. Huh. Okay, I apparently crashed it. It is not happy now. Okay. Really? Every time we do an action, it creates a thread? Huh. Okay, well, I'm wearing something that... Okay, that worked. Cool. let's see, 8672. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, now I'm so bad at this. How do I? I need to find the shellcode register now, but I'm so bad at this. No. Closer to what I want. This is probably what I want. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to research more on this. If anyone has a good guide on how to use WinDebug, I could use it. But appreciate everyone coming out tonight. I'm gonna end a few minutes early tonight because I gotta go to dinner. But appreciate it. Have a good one.